Yep, there we go. All right, so we've just went live here. For context, we're a little late because one of our players hasn't shown up yet, but we think he just popped online, so we might have a match here.
And it'll be a pretty good match. We don't know their decks, but it looks to probably be Rituals versus Fluffle.
So we're just waiting. Uh, in the meantime, let's watch one of my awful replays. Here we see I'm playing Ignister and doing nothing particularly impressive, but my opponent is playing Live Twins, so I'm still winning somehow. Any year now. Woohoo.
Live
Yeah, maybe should
Twins,
have waited another minute to start the stream. This is a little awkward now.
yeah. Live Twins aren't bad. It's just they only have two main deck monsters now. So once they get the couple of other main deck monsters they need, they'll be twice as better.
Well, we were playing not Blazing Vortex, but Lightning Overload, so I
Uh,
assume they were on them, though I never saw them come out, which was kind of weird.
yeah, the first two are the best. The other ones help, but uh, God, that deck, I hate the English names. GG Easy. Oh, there's so many bad ones. Oh no, Bokkiman went offline again.
Really?
So they're on mobile earlier, so they might be going offline on their
Hmm.
phone to go online on their PC.
Here we go. That's the most hesitant subscritode ping perhaps I've ever made. Apparently
Yeah.
we have one viewer. Shout outs to the one viewer.
Condolences to the one viewer. There's not that much to talk about, so I probably
Yeah.
like, what is this?
20 minutes late, like, this is just worst Trinity stream ever.
Hopefully, it'll only be 20 minutes late, and Bokeyman shows up now.
So the thing that's really interesting about this metagame that we're in right now, people think it's really centralized on Dragon Maids, Rituals, and Witchcrafter. But the thing is, in the actual top cuts, we've been seeing a ton of diversity just because people want to play other stuff. So, I mean, that's always been true for Trinity somewhat, but we'll still have some interesting matches throughout the event.
There's a ton of diversity, but the thing about like dragon maids and like rituals, and then not so much witchcraft, I don't think compares to those two. But like rituals and like dragon maids are they're just so consistently good. There's so many other training decks that just have awkward hands, but like dragon maids and rituals always are consistently good. So like they're definitely the best decks by far.
Yeah, it's interesting because most decks' good hands still compete with each other, but
Yeah.
the thing is, Dragon Maid just has those good hands more often because their searchers are so easy.
Yeah.
Whereas something like a DD or Plunder Patrol, they still kind of keep up with Dragon Maid's level of interaction on a good hand. They just don't have that good hand as often.
Yeah. And then another thing about Dragon Maiden Ritual are their grind games are just so good. You can pretty much never beat them. So you have to cheese them out or they just eventually win.
Hmm. And of course, nobody is actually playing DD. I just listed my two decks because those are the two that
Yeah.
come to my mind first. I play DD and Plunder. I know other people in this cup. I just lost to Anim on Shadal because Anim almost always plays Shadal. Um, we're pretty sure
Which you
Sonic is on
keep trying
Fluffle.
to say is bad. And I'm always trying to say that Shaddolls are bad, but I think they're probably the like third best engine in Trinity, just because like Beast is pretty much graceful charity on a body.
Hmm. Well, I mean, Anim is really picky about that Shadal as an engine. He wants to fuse construct.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, we're getting to the point here. What do you want to play a Trinity ranked game while we're waiting?
Okay.
I can show you my fun Lightning Vortex
We
Ignister list. Oh, you know what? There's someone in the queue
we
already,
can. There's
so
already
we'll
someone in
just
there. You'll
there's someone in the
uh
queue. We'll just play without points.
yeah.
Trinity ranked, that's a recent thing. Basically, it's just a way to get people to play more experimental stuff and also kind of just to isolate what's actually really good. So I've hosted here if you want to hop in.
Yeah. I'll show off my tournament deck, which is basically just
Ooh,
my YTC win deck, but just with worse cards.
I might be in trouble. All right, well you can't stream snipe me here.
Uh, I couldn't figure out how to connect my headphones to my um, computer, so I can't watch this stream because it'd make too much sound.
If you started watching the stream, we'd get a feedback loop. Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah. So if there's ever a feedback loop, you'll know that I'm cheating. Let me show you my power plays.
Ooh, that's a real good one. You want to see the real power play here? So Ignister got a
Sure.
Rhoda, and it's just it's got the stipulation that it's got some burn damage on it. If you don't summon the thing, you reveal. But even if you don't, that's okay because burn damage, whatever. But sometimes you still do, and that's just really cool. So you'll notice I'm revealing Earth Golem here because you probably know already. I just have I Love Fusion
Yeah.
in my opener, and you summoned a Link Karibo. So archetypal super poly.
Yep. Which honestly, this isn't bad. I
Um,
take 20 damage
yeah,
or
no, it's
more,
it's
but
not
like,
actually that good because the only target is kind of cruddy. Technically, it can do any Cyberse fusion, but Clock Dragon and Diplexer Chimera aren't really particularly any better.
mm,
So yeah, Ignister get a lot of cool tools in Lightning Vortex that just I wouldn't say they make the deck good, but they make it consistent enough that I kind of want to play it. Ooh, grabbing the Durandal.
Yeah. Because eventually I'll be able to set up, draw one card. Durandal, then use Durandal to add. And then against your 2300 beater, I'm going to normal summon a 15 and then use his effect and then pass.
Ah, well, you think you can just pass? You think I'll just let you pass out of the main phase without first
And the
activating
main,
Eyeshadow, so you must attack if able?
huh?
It's archetypal all-out attacks.
So that gains 800. So
It's 31.
second, 31, 15. Okay.
I think it's really cool that all the big Ignister are 23 and Eyeshadow gives 800, so it's just over 3K, which is what most things sit at.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the way I used my when I first met you turn one, I kind of gave up all my plays. You can search a Chi-Chi with that, and it just goes into a massive resource chain. But I decided to fuse the funny one instead. Swear, if I just win
Okay.
on Earth Golem Beatdown.
Until noble to summon from deck. Then I'll get the level 1. And then because I have Linkriba in my grave, I can tribute it.
Also,
And
this is the part where the stream can shout at me for not using the hand trap I have.
then roll and effect to search. I can
Rolling's good. Yep.
I would want to get premature, but I might be a little bit too low for that.
Mhm. I think as long as you can resolve premature, it's still the correct pick. There's kind of the old adage that your LP don't matter until your last one, which it's not exactly true in Trinity. There have been cases where Upstart Goblin have lost people games just from that 1,000 because they can get close. But if you're kind of in a losing scenario anyway, you may as well try and make a comeback with that premature burial.
Yeah. And then since I don't like attacking, I'm going to blow up your all out attacks.
I think it's funny that this card that's already kind of pack filler, it has I don't know what you call that, a payoff for if you blow it up, I get to draw a card.
And then bird to destroy your set.
Oh, I see. Thunderbird discard is what's yeah, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't see the Thunderbird discard. I should have just shotgun to the bottomless trap hole.
And then uh, pot of avarice to target everything but Magus.
I'm gonna stop you here.
Okay.
I've got the DD Crow. I was saying I should have fired it until before, but I'm just gonna banish the Malgus.
Or I targeted everything
Or
but the
everything
Magus.
but Malgus. Okay, yeah. Right.
Sorry about that.
Right. I'll
So literally any other one.
yeah. Ooh, hard pick. I'll take out Ogier.
Okay. And then because I have my third spell engrave, I can go steal your guy.
You've got a Widow Anchor.
Yep.
Okay.
Now you shall face the damage. And then main phase 2.
Flatfish is pointing out my nasal exhales and lip smacking here. I don't have a mic good enough to filter that out.
Oh wait, then I'm
We
going
do
to
what we
use
can here at
August
Trinity Yu-Gi-Oh.
to equip, just in case you've got something that can get over the mighty 2300.
Oh no, a beater. Whatever will I do? Luckily, I did draw an Ignister in there, so Baruru is probably the worst one, but it's
I'm
still
going to
something.
negate that. I don't know what it does, but still going to negate.
So Baruru only really has one good dump. Everything else is just I'm gonna try and recur this from my graveyard. But anyway, I'm going to link into Dark Infant, which this is the other new card that does a lot. It's just the link that searches the field spell.
And then there's that spell that lets you draw 3.
Yeah, you could run that, but I'm honestly, you probably could run that. My usual thing is you start with a Chi-Chi, and then you go into this, and then you can summon whatever a Chi-Chi searched. And that's just like
Okay.
the easy Ignister combo. But doesn't Discord have built-in noise suppression? Well, I'm not coming through Discord. Only was coming through Discord here. So anyway, I'm gonna activate Signet Recovery. Beat me up, I dare you.
Okay. Want to slam your guy into mine?
Not particularly. I'll let you do that first.
Hmm. I mean, if you draw the broken card, I guess you gotta activate the broken card. Hornet
Yeah.
drone to summon itself, then get the Kagari, which will add the steal your stuff card. Then
I mean, who says we need to stream champs? We could just honestly Trinity exhibition matches. This is the new shit. We play hyper rogue tier and just have fun with it.
yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And,
So
I'm
you're
gonna
not
use
gonna destroy
Magus
my infant.
effect for shuffle. So
Oh yeah,
Magus pay cost.
yep. Malgus is good.
And you may be asking why I didn't um, shuffle anything. It's
Yeah, why didn't
because
you choose unicorn? Like the whole point of doing that, you gotta. God damn it!
I'm gonna
Why do you do this
steal.
to me? I'm gonna chain to that.
Okay.
My buddy force.
Yep.
Bring back the all powerful Earth Golem.
Oh,
It's
thank God
Cybers.
it's only if it's fusion summoned. Okay, I'm on 2 summons.
Yeah, this effect is so weird because it's like their only fusion spell is a normal spell, so it's implying you're gonna crash it. Which Ignister actually do have some payoffs for that. Tie Strike kind of does, but Tie Strike also
Yeah.
protects it. So
Ooh, I'll introduce you to a cool Trinity ruling. So with dangers, if you're at the summon limit, you can still activate them, but if they're
right,
chosen, they can't summon. So I'm gonna get a free pop, even though I can't summon it. Boop.
yeah, you're about to
And
beat the shit
then
out of me.
semi card is semi.
It's almost like Earth Golem control isn't the best way to play Ignister.
Yeah.
All right. Here you can see my incomplete side deck by one card. The viewers can complain about that. Tell me why I should have a Hallow Hallow in the slot. I'll go first again. All right, here I get to show off what's basically the standard Ignister combo after
Um,
Lightning Vortex.
I
Before
only
you
have a
wanted
bird
to,
hand, so go off with your combos.
Before Lightning Vortex, you wanted to put Trinities on, uh, well, the one I'm about to add here, Picari actually, because Achichi had no guaranteed follow-up. But now you can go ahead and put Trinities on Achichi because Dark Infant is the guaranteed follow-up.
Yeah.
It's not a particularly powerful turn one play, but it just kind of gets Ignisters into rotation, which is really good for the deck that just kind of ends up playing a Reanimator strategy.
Yeah.
The other cool thing about this is I can block 2 attacks using a Chi-Chi's Affecting Graveyard. So then Picari adds Idle Reborn, which just loops itself. That's what's great about Ignister. They just kind of Idle Reborn for the big resources. And now that I've done all my searching, I'll just fire Pot of Desires.
Yeah. Pot of Desires is probably the most underrated Trinity card of all time.
Oh, absolutely. I run it in nearly everything. Because honestly, like people say you're going to banish your searches, but you either search first or you didn't have the searches and your hand was just kind of bricked. So like one way or another, Desires is good. There's very few decks I
And like,
wouldn't
there's
run
some
it
times
in.
where I don't turn one to Desires, but like that's fine.
So yeah, that's the turn one Ignister combo there. It just sets up a Chi-Chi and Picari in rotation with Idle Reborn, which lets them do everything they need to.
Okay, math to send Wendy, and then Wendy to
Ooh,
summon from deck.
nice. Get those Shadal Beast wheels in there. That's it cycles wheels if you do the whole hand. Card destruction's the only real wheel in Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, there's also Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar's a wheel too.
Then uh, go to battle phase. Now to read your card. So I'm not an anime player. Okay. Oh, it's just any Cyberse monster. So
Yeah, the thing is, there's the only ones outside of archetype that really fall into that are the Code Talkers. So, whatever. Uh, mm, Gotta consider if I actually want to do this. Nah, I'm not gonna banish a Chi-Chi to avoid the damage here. It's not worth it. I
oh
want my
well.
Chi-Chi.
And then Fleur, and then Fleur effect.
Mm-hmm.
I'll set one card. Go to end phase, and we'll get a cute little puppy.
Oh no, not the puppy. I'm gonna Idle Reborn in your end phase to add a
Yep.
Chi-Chi.
Mhm.
And then a Chi-Chi is going to add Ali. I think I want the blue boy here. Oh, I banished it. God damn it. I'm saying you should run desires and then I banished the one thing I want to add. All right. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm just blind. See,
Mhm.
never punished. So I'll use the blue boy here to special summon itself.
Yep.
And a Chi-Chi is going to go into Lingeribo. This is
When you
technically
summoned
te-
puppy,
okay. Lingeribo is like very technically an Ignister card. Um, it was released with all their stuff, but it's just not one by name.
yeah,
Yeah, it even supports them with a really shitty effect that I never use. Contribute one Ignister that was special summoned from the extra deck to summon Lingeribo.
it comes up in the TCG version of the
Yeah,
deck.
in the TCG you need it for combos, but here I'm just going to tribute
Yeah.
it for Hyari to get a double search.
Yep.
So I'm going to add, you know what? Going to add Ignister Battle Fader. That's another new card they got. It's just Battle Fader. It's surprising how useful this is, though, just negating one attack in
Mm.
Ignister. It's kind of a deck that just cares about its plays over multiple turns. It's very similar to Salamangreat, but just worse. And then since I
Yeah.
tributed a link, I also get to add Eye's Ritual, which I am still lucky enough not to banish. What did I even banish here? Okay. Yeah, I'm just a lucky ass that banished only one of that I search. And I'm on summon too, so I'm just gonna hit you with it here.
Yeah, ritual summon away. Oh
Uh,
shoot, doesn't the ritual like return all my monsters to hand or something?
yes.
Or all my
I'm just thinking what I need to tribute here because the Ignister are low levels. That's the actual issue with this ritual spell. Like it's technically like a good miracle ritual, but it's just awkward levels for it. Oh, right. Hayari also makes itself level 4, so I can just yeah, I can just do this. Banish Pakari. Kind of sucks, but sometimes you gotta. No, specifically, it bounces everything with 2300 or less attack, which
uh,
means you get to use math again. I'm actually not going to use that effect, I don't think.
okay, I'm gonna use Caddy to add itself to hand, then get a uh, Bigfoot in case you attack my Shadal.
Hmm.
There is I suck at searching the deck, especially in 60 card piles.
Hmm. Yeah, this card's kind of weird because like it bounces everything under itself. Usually you'd want to bounce something over it, but also it just has a really good battle effect. It's like a Shadal construct, but a little worse. So I'm just gonna beat over your Flurly here.
How much attack does it have?
So it's 2300, but it halves yours in the damage step.
Okay, so
And it also has
uh,
another effect where I can set one to 0, which I guess is good for if I'm just pushing for lethal. But I don't
okay,
want
just
to.
have to.
I don't want to shuffle my
So
links right now. Yeah, math, right? Math. We hate it. And yeah, I'm just gonna pass on that. Oh,
I'll
you've got the
get
heavy
two for
Stormvester.
one in the end phase.
That's a good one. See, you got my battle trap and my limit code there.
Okay. Oh my god, the nuts. Trade in, pitch Bigfoot.
Oh, jeez. You know what? I'm gonna
Uh,
take advantage of the new rulings. I'm gonna DD Kroger Bigfoot.
okay. Bigfoot reads this. Make your opponent discard one card. Then give you a gift of 1,000 life points.
I will graciously accept.
And I'm gonna
Oh,
activate a graceful charity.
evidently they're actually starting now.
Okay. And then
You
I
wanna
had
you wanna
Pot of
switch over or
Desire, my
finish this up?
critical.
We should
Let's
we
switch
should
over.
probably switch over. All right. All right. Looks like we've missed turn one
Ooh.
here. All that happened was Ben 10 was discarded for something and Cadnia was summoned. So I don't think we missed much. Benton was also ashed, so that's fun.
Sky Truckstar is an interesting splash.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, Cadnia is searchable by Benton, so that I don't know if that's actually what happened here because of the ash. And ooh, just the pot of greed. You love to see it.
Oh, did the the Canadian might have searched out something like Truckstar reincarnation that they're afraid to that would banish the pot of greeter, maybe? No idea
I don't
why they
think
said it.
I don't think you'd run reincarnation, but yeah, why was the pot of greed set? Uh, Maybe
It's
a
just
misclick
asking to get
or
blown out.
yeah, it was either a misclick or like maybe prepping something with dangers.
Yeah.
It resolved though, so not a problem. But no, Candinia usually just adds light stage, right?
Yeah.
And then
Oh, and
if you already
make
have
sure
light
they
stage,
know this,
if you've added it off light
but
stage, usually you add the equip, at
Sonic
least in
should be
Trinity.
taking some damage because Canada also burns for 200.
Oh yeah. See, Boki's not calling him out on the burn. But ooh, yeah, toy vendor search dolphin is just a terrifying sight.
Yeah.
Um, that really, personally, I think it takes kind of a bold fright for player to do that. You've got to really just hard call that your opponent can't stop it. Otherwise, pretty much anything else is better to search because the dolphin is pretty interruptible.
I mean, I think it's better. Like, what else do you search? You search like a dog, which would get interrupted the same way. So, like, it's not
Uh, yeah,
bad.
technically. But this is why like it's just such a huge play when it goes off. Like you got the toy vendor search, and then you got dolphin, and then you dumped wings, and you got a toy vendor search again, and to draw two cards. Like it's absolutely insane when it goes off.
Yeah.
But I think like what is it that's safer? Mm, there is a safer play. I'm just not remembering what it is. I think maybe it's Owl going for the poly searcher is just generally safer. He's actually firing the vendor because he's got an edge and chain to get rid of. That's funny. Jar actually has a an effect for this eventuality. It halves
Oh
attack,
my god,
which is
you
which
can
is
get
not
over the
particularly
Canadian.
helpful, but like you really only run Jar just because its name is Toy Vendor. Its effects on field aren't actually that useful. It's worse than original Toy Vendor, but sometimes you just need the name. So yeah, it looks like Sonic's really gonna go off here. Um, with this setup, you actually might even be able to just straight up OTK. We still don't know what Boki's got set there, but this is certainly the nuts for Fluffle Fright for you've got your Fluffles,
Yeah.
you've got your Edge Imps, you've got a Poly, you can do everything.
And I mean, he's only at one summon, so the world's his oyster.
We've got the great four concurrent viewers right now. I think in the history of Trinity streams, at least what? No, we've definitely broken four concurrent viewers back when MBT was on. But in the time I've been doing these streams, I think we've broken four concurrent viewers once.
Okay, so he did search
Fun
the.
fact. Fun fact. Nobody really watches these, but we do it for ourselves and also for the VOD later.
And then I
And
messaged Sonic again because he
oh, he
forgot
actually he
about.
actually did add the reincarnation. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, I don't think adding reincarnation is that right, unless you're really scared of like dying first turn,
I
which I
mean,
don't think.
it's not wrong. He ripped the poly out of Sonic's hand, and if he doesn't have a way to another poly, the play ends here, I believe. But also, he
Uh,
probably should have waited for wings. I don't know.
I mean, you're drawing them a new hand. Something I think
Hmm.
was really wrong of Sonic was calling by the grave Ben 10 because it can be recurred, but like you're just losing one card on something that's not too important.
Yeah, this is kind of like a bit weird for a game one because it feels like Boki is really reading into the fact that like they know Sonic's playing Fluffle. This is what Sonic plays when he's serious. Um, so normally you would not search the reincarnation. I'm not even sure you'd normally run it, but evidently Boki is running it in the main deck, which is
Um,
super interesting. But it's paying off here. So
yeah. So Sonic didn't have any poly in hand, and then he also didn't set anything. So I wonder what he could have in hand. Okay, so Bokkiman looks like he's on Drytron.
yes, that is what we predicted before. But the Trick Star is turning
Yeah.
out to just be really interesting here. Yep.
I guess it doesn't
So
matter if it's in hand or
Peaceful
paired.
Burial dumps Alpha Thuban. This card is honestly great, but like not much runs it because like it fills a niche of like the secondary reason you want a Foolish Burial. A lot of decks want the Foolish Burial for the effect on send, but like Peaceful Burial is still super useful for decks that kind of play that setup, like Drytron.
Something that's also underrated is the chaos. You get a dump two trap. It sees
Oh
like little
yeah.
to no play. It'd be bad in Drytron because they all have huge attack, but like it's a good
Hmm.
card.
Yeah, Eternal Chaos is also awesome. Structure Deck Sidra is running that because it's got lights and darks it can use. The real issue with that trap though is it relies on the opponent having a monster. And that's kind of not what you want to see with your setup tools relying on the opponent. But it is really neat when it goes off.
Hmm.
I wouldn't really say it's underrated. It's about as rated as it's actually worth, but it can definitely be fun in the decks that can use it.
Ooh, Maxi.
He's taking the challenge. I don't know, it was just chained, but we'll see if he takes the challenge. Oh my god, we've got 5 concurrent viewers.
Yeah. And then something that's going to be interesting is if Sonic ever draws into the uh, Fluffle that Fusion summons from hand. Because if he ever draws into that with Maxi, then he pretty much just wins this.
Yeah, Scythe would really be a major turn here. The issue is just like I believe the only thing in the entire deck that searches it is Patchwork.
Yeah.
There might be something else, but this is what usually searches it, which is kind of funny because it makes the polymerization a little bit useless. A card's still a card, but Edgimp's Scythe is its own polymerization. So
I mean, he could also just naturally draw into it because they're already in a 50 card deck. He's already like um, 15 cards deep, and then he'll just keep drawing with Maxi if Bookeyman extends.
So it's an interesting question here of if Pokimane can really afford not to extend, because Sonic has Toy Vendor up with the wings in Graveyard. It's a guaranteed search for whatever he wants, and Fluffle can just kill on a snap. So he might have to put something up. And it looks
Also,
like
you
with the
just
Ben
see
10 he
so much
might be trying to.
value. Like, what's one draw when you get a Resolve Zeta, which gets to tribute Benten and uh, does its own effect?
Yeah, you're both plussing. It's like
Yeah.
this Max C is a +0 because I'm going +1 too, and that's not correct logic, but you know, just the logic of extending here, it kind of would seem like Boki maybe should extend even through the Maxi, and he already has fired the Zeta for Ben 10.
Yeah.
You really just cannot afford the turn of tempo loss against
Yeah.
a really strong OTK board break deck that Frightfur is.
And like, so he's gonna get a uh he tributes Ben 10, which gets a search, and then he also gets a ritual spell. So I mean,
Hmm.
he's up pretty much plus
Actually,
three
he
on
can
that.
just go into Herald here. Oh, he has
Oh
the
yeah.
scythe.
So okay, he ended up drawing
I,
it.
I wonder if Sonic drew into that or he just had it. Like if he drew into that off the maxi.
Oh my god, that's what he did call. Okay, that's actually smart. I forgot it negates it till your next turn.
Oh, what? Really? I mean, I
Yeah.
know called has the negate, but until the end of the next turn. Wow,
So
I never
for all
realized that.
okay, so
Sonic's really on the next level plays here.
I mean, I said this before the stream started, but like Sonic, he used to be like a meh player, but like now he's one of the best we have.
Hmm. Well, it's also just the thing of he has been on the same deck for so long. He has played
Hmm.
like the two decks he's played the most are Frightfur and Danger Dark World, and he's barely played Danger Dark World. But yeah, Called by the Grave, you think of it as like the hand trap protection, graveyard disruption, but you never think that it lingers. I just never realized that.
I remember it lingers, but I always forget that it lingers until your next or for your opponent's turn too.
Like,
I wonder.
yeah, I knew it lingered for the turn. Like everybody's used that functionality of it at some point, but negating something in the next turn, that's just whoa.
Then if Bokkiman doesn't have something good in hand, he's just gonna die because he's down card advantage. He's Sonic's got a big fusion which can boost his own attack, and then he's got a searcher.
Yeah, Whale is just really a powerhouse of a card, especially in a deck that wants its own stuff popped, and since the thing that summons it can protect it if you really don't have something to pop. It's just kind of insane.
Then he can just
And
send
the
another
attack
fright.
boot, yeah. The other thing is the attack boost. People always misread this. They think they need to send a fright for from the extra deck with some attack to gain any, but actually it can send any card and gains attack equal to half of the monster that's gaining. So Whale always gains 1300.
Oh wow!
Even if you send something like they've got a few graveyard effects. I'm not sure if it's Fright for Fusion that I'm thinking of, but one of them has a decent graveyard effect.
Um, Fright for Fusion is just the Miracle Fusion. Uh, the one that has a graveyard effect is I think Factory.
And
I
Factory
think
is the
it
one with the cruddy graveyard effect.
It allows you to special
And
summon from hand.
yeah, there's one that special summons from hand, and I think there's one that adds back from graveyard. Not sure about that. But
I don't
this
know
card
how
is kind of
Pokemon
like
can
a
do that.
really it's a really fun niche of design space where it's a setup card. It sets up your other cards with the foolish, but it's got like a weird condition to it. You don't just do it. You have to battle. The other card that kind of
Yeah.
does this is the Vendread link is also really cool for this. Well, technically you don't have to battle. You can fire it whenever it's a quick effect, but it also has the attack gain, which just makes it a neat trick.
Yeah. And incidentally, Sonic did not opt to use it on Bokkiman's turn, so he could have got a free
Mhm.
foolish.
Well, you've only got so many targets, and you don't always want it. Sometimes you want to hold it for, if you think that you're going to be attacked into, though. I'm not sure that's an issue here.
Oh my god. Sonic is going to have 9 cards
this
in
is the
hand.
third toy vendor Sonic has resolved this game. He's got 8 cards in hand and a dream to probably kill this turn.
Yeah. I mean, Bokimane either has to have a like good hand trap or he's just dead.
Well, he does have 3 defense positions, but a good Fright for Tiger will chew through that quickly, or even a Kraken.
Yeah.
I wonder, do we know what that set monster is? Did you just set that from hand?
Yeah, he just set up his hand.
Does Drytron run any weird floats or flip effects? I don't think so. They could
No.
run the prediction princess flips. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, and did you know that Cruel Whale doesn't have to target itself with its effect?
yeah, it
It can
targets
target
any fusion.
anything.
It's just such a loaded card.
Yeah. And then for the TCG, it's a level 9, so VFD, woohoo.
Yeah, I'm always conflicted about loaded cards because like when a weak deck gets them, it's really cool. Like you've got Gilgamesh with DD, you've got Cruel Whale with Frightfur. The Frightfur isn't strictly weak. We're seeing Sonic play it to a lot of success here. But then you also get like pushed cards in good decks, and it really just breaks the balance of Trinity as a whole. Like
Yeah.
we had that issue with Eldritch, just such a pushed card in a self-contained engine. Um, and this has just happened plenty of times where we get just such a pushed card it can't exist. Like Dragoon's another one, so pushed it can't exist. But every once in a
I
while, we
think we
we
have,
do get to see them, and they really pull through.
yeah. From Link Vrains, I think we have like 10 cards banned. I'm sorry to leak this early, but it looks like Spears is going to be banned. He's from Link Vrains
Yes,
and he just has like
Spheres is another one.
deck
That's such a push support card. Like, mm,
sold. Uh,
so and we
oh
got pretty close
god.
to hitting needle fiber on a few occasions. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Halka
Okay, so he gets Fright for Fusion, can summon one.
Hmm. Yeah, Keeper of Dragon Magic is someone one here might actually hinder his OTK, but I think he's still got it.
Two.
Like
Yeah.
optimally, you'd just fusion summon 3 things and beat the shit out of him. That's what I've done on DD sometimes. You've just got
Wait,
the
didn't he
Necro
already
Slime and
summon
the
Dolphin?
hmm?
Didn't he normal summon Dolphin?
No, that was some turn ago, or maybe he revived it. I don't know. Talking about like anecdotal stuff,
Oh,
right?
I'm an idiot. I
Designer
forgot it was
Frightfur in the end phase.
yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense. Okay. So he gets
yeah.
Fright for
Like
Fusion.
the cool thing with
So
these
you
fusion
just
decks
have
that see a
all
lot of success in Trinity is sometimes they can just fusion summon 3 times in a turn and kill you.
yeah.
Heroes can sometimes do it with a lucky hand and Sunriser. DD can definitely do it with the slimes. I do it all the time. And Frightfur has a little bit more trouble, but their fusions are just higher value in general. Tiger and Cruel Whale, especially, just destroy shit. And yep, he's adding the Fright for fusion to just fuse away here.
Yeah. If he has Poly in hand, then he definitely has game.
If he has Poly in hand, this game's over.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't, it might be over if he can make Tiger for enough.
Tiger. He might
He's
be
only got
short
it
of
for
it.
one. Frightful Fusion has to banish. It can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, field or graveyard, it's a true Miracle Fusion. You can't use hand. Okay, so he's coming to Kraken.
So something that
So
lost
yeah,
him the game here,
Kraken chews through this board just as well. Kraken alone is taking out these three,
but I don't
and then he
think
can just attack with
this
everything else.
game.
I think he has it with Cruel Whale's effect. I think that gives him just enough.
That's 39. I think it might be like 200 short.
Really? This is the part where he reveals he's running Gagaga Cowboy with that last summon, even though Keeper of Dragon Magic locks him into fusions.
He's going to summon Jurgetto for the extra damage.
Just wait until he reveals the sparks in his hand. We'll be we're waiting. We're waiting for the sparks.
I don't know what his list is like, but if he has Fright for Reborn in his deck, he could have sent that last turn, and then that would have let him return a banish Fluffle from grave or from banish to grave, and that would have ensured game. But not doing that left him
Oh
in a
yeah,
tough
because
spot.
is reincarnation banished face down? No, it doesn't. So yeah, he can just get stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sonic's actually got the calculator out here. He's taking a second.
I mean, for a big match like this, that's the exact right thing to do.
I'm sure all our viewers love the sound of my knuckles popping. This is Trinity ASMR now.
Okay, and then this is game because he has 8,300 on board now, unless that face down does anything.
Oh my god, Fluffle Angel to summon the Scythe. My god. If Bokimon's joking around here, don't forget about the Candinia as though he isn't dead.
I mean,
Wait,
they'll probably come up
didn't he have to
later.
activate Kraken first here? Oh, I see. He's gonna attack
Oh,
directly with Kraken. So yeah,
okay.
this works too.
Now the scary thing
Wait.
is what does that
Oh
say?
yeah, Kraken isn't restricted to monsters, unlike a ton of attack directly cards or
Oh my,
double attack cards. Ava
does
actually
he run orange
does
light?
stuff, but Ava can do things, but I don't think a Battle Fader is standard for that. Even though I do think Light Fairies do have a Battle Fader that exists, it's just not very good.
He could have Lily Bell, which could, I think if it's searched, it summons itself, or if he has orange light, which can negate a monster effect, he can negate the attack gain of frightful coolwell.
So does level 2 or lower Light Fairy have a
Yeah,
Battle
they have a
Fader?
monster
Green
negate.
light.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, so now he doesn't have game.
Right, the monster negate can stop. Yeah, it negates activation, so it can stop Cruel Whale in the damage step. That's wow. No, wait, was Sonic short anyway?
No, because he could have targeted the Kraken to boost its attack, and it can attack
Right,
twice.
right. No, wait, doesn't Kraken still have an attack here? Isn't he good anyway? I'm not sure. No, he lost the 22. Yeah, he
So
didn't
or
take out
maybe
any
only
monsters with
7.
Kraken. Kraken's got
Uh,
second attack, I think.
um,
No?
he, there's math done wrong somewhere, I think. Um, oh wait, I think Kraken attacked something
So,
else.
no, no, okay, so Dolphin, Scythe, and Keeper of Dragon Magic took out the monsters. And then it was Cruel Whale and two attacks with Kraken. Shouldn't that have been
Yeah,
lethal?
that would have been 7,000, so it should be left with 300.
Am I crazy? I don't know.
No,
Yeah, well, this is still an absolutely demanding position. Drytron, especially without uh, Megalith Bethor, they really they don't have a particularly strong board wipe. Trishul is good, but it only takes out one threat, and this is like seven threats all at once.
I mean, if he has Herald, he might be able to survive.
Well, Harold doesn't really help him here.
It negates
I
monster effects and it has a 2,800 booty.
28, so yeah, maybe it can always stall it, but I think Sonic's just got like enough answers that could rip all the negates out of his hand. Like
Or I
he's
mean,
got
it
three
really
set cards
depends
and
on
three things
where
still in
the
hand. But you know what? Here's what I gotta do. I gotta change the description to include that you're commentating. There we go. Now the streams.
Oh my
Now this
god,
is really a
Chino Bear.
professional stream.
I've
Oh yeah,
not
Shino
seen that.
Barons.
No one's played those in so long. I think
I
Prawn
mean,
might have been last person.
yeah, Prawn wants to bring them back. I've been playing them forever, but my ritual builds aren't good. I mean, they're actually fine. I don't like Drytron. Eh.
Yeah.
Like, they seemed cool at first until we realized how very not cool they were.
Oh, the bounce 3.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for Shino Baron rather than Baroness. Usually Baroness is the better one, but you definitely want Baron here to get rid of just all those monster threats. And not a lot of people know this, but Shinobird's Calling is also a miracle ritual spell, but it only banishes spirit monsters. And the only one you're ever going to banish is Peacock.
Oh my god.
Got the Imperm.
Honestly, you just gotta scoop it up at
This
that
is
point.
what happens when you let Frightfur go off. You don't just have a near OTK board, but they also drew like four cards in the process. So they've probably got answers if it somehow doesn't kill.
Oh my god.
British Knights. Okay, the thing is, this doesn't do as much in Drytron.
You
Um,
did the infirm column.
oh. Imperm column.
Use that anyway. Oh,
Sonic might allow it. I don't know. Nope. Like that's like a classic thing on auto simulators where like they place your zones automatically, but on Dueling Book it's just always a throw.
yeah. I don't think
But
Bokkiman should be that hard on
regardless,
himself.
I don't think Preparation of Rites got him much to get him out of this situation
Yeah.
because Drytron builds aren't on the Chalice line, which enables like everything off Preparation of Rites. Like his best search off that is the Necros of Brionek, and that doesn't actually do anything on its own without another Necros card. The anima is quite funny, but still, it's not helping him.
And I
He can't
mean,
get
this
over the
is
whale.
first time,
Well, actually, he still has Herald of Orange Light in hand. He
yeah.
can get over the whale. So this is interesting. Interesting development. Hmm.
Okay,
Nope,
that's
he's
good
gonna.
that he's playing summon.
I mean, honestly, I think you might want to just let it resolve and Dynamiscus the Shino Baron instead. Like, I know it removes itself in the end phase, but that is what's getting over whale here, not the anima.
Well, I mean, he that was his last summon. He has
Hmm.
two level fours on the field, and then he also has um
Yeah, like
two
at
monsters
this
that are
point,
correct.
at this point of advantage, it doesn't matter because Sonic just has so much more raw advantage. Orange can negate in the damage step, but like, okay, you've gotten over whale by negating in the damage step. Now you just die. You've got no cards in hand, and he's still got a whole board of monsters.
And then Dolphin can get back Toy Vendor once again.
Actually, Sonic could even just not even fire the Cruel Whale here, and it's pretty much the same result. You just attack over the two tokens and then attack in with Whale. You don't even have to play
Uh,
into the
the
orange.
tokens will not be summoned. It was impermed, so stay on the field.
Oh yeah, actually.
But I mean, this is fine. Kraken dies. He makes a rank 4. The rank 4 has to be taken care of by the Herald of Arclight. Then he just uses Cruel Whale, and that's game.
Yeah, so Sonic's just taking it here.
I guess if he had like Mirror Force or Torrentials as his mystery card, he could win it. But
I mean, I think getting your Cruel Whale negated wouldn't really be the worst thing there because then Kraken just pops the Baron. Yep, nope,
oh,
nope. That's
the
wrong,
next
Bokkiman.
one,
Nope. Oof.
yeah.
Illegal plays. Like honestly though, what happens happens. I kind of get like a little annoyed when Vice particularly does this a lot. Like pings the illegal plays. Like, okay, thanks. Technically, you're right. We should play by that, but this particular game is just so far gone. Oh, okay, you actually just did that.
Yeah.
Okay, you did the thing
Just
I
because
complained about. Yeah, I mean it's a feature match. They're on stream. It's fair enough.
if we didn't notice it for like a turn or two, then like I wouldn't say anything. But if it like we can do it then
I'm not a huge fan of I guess you could call it backseat rules lawyering or backseat judging, but yeah, this game is just like so clearly in Sonic's
yeah.
favor. I'm kind of feeling like I'm getting a little nervous. Like, am I putting some commentator's curse here? What could go wrong? Okay, he's linking. That's a little interesting. Are you just
I
gonna go for the
guess
unicorn to eat the orange light? I suppose. Good as any. Yep. Pokey scooped. So that was kind of that game was just really interesting because like Sonic had a strong turn that Boki didn't have an answer to, and after that, the advantage difference was just too much.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Boki's going to side in more hand traps, more answers, or what he's gonna do here to try and make it up game two.
You'd like to do that, but the thing about rituals, even with Dredron, is that they're clunky. So it's not
That's
like Dragon Maid, which you can side in a ton of answers.
Yeah, back when I built rituals, that was always the issue. You can't really afford to run interaction because you need every single card to be ritual engine. And Drytron make it a little easier. You really just need to find a Drytron in Ben 10 and you've got pretty much everything. But um, I still don't think the deck runs a lot of true interaction outside of Heralds.
Also, they're both on 60 cards, so even if they did have sides, who'd know if they'd ever see them?
hmm I love 60 cards. I mean, like the who knows if you'll ever see your side argument, that is like kind of a thing to think about, but you've got a better chance of seeing the card if it's in there compared to if it isn't.
Also, there's so
You
many
know.
strong go cards that it doesn't matter that you don't see your side cards because you see your broken cards more often.
hmm This is looking very similar to game one already. Boki set two and passed, and those probably aren't even true interaction, if I had to guess, because rituals just they still don't run a lot of that. One might be an imperm. Maybe he hard drew reincarnation again. Like those are the traps we know he's playing, right? Actually, we don't even know he's on imperm. It's just I still would play that in rituals. And here it is, the vendor. This is probably off to the races for Sonic if he's got nothing. Ooh, he had
Ooh,
the owl. He's going for the special summon off vendor, which is just it's interesting. Like in some ways, vendor would be better if it added to the hand rather than special summoning a monster from your hand. Like, okay, actually, you can
no,
shop
the
not to.
special
Yeah,
summon is optional.
yeah, the special summon's optional, so never mind me. Ooh, this is this is a scuffed combo. This isn't what Fright for want to be going for, but I'll be damned if it isn't going to work here. You definitely don't want to spend two of your summons on Fluffles, but I mean, if the Drytron's got nothing, you just beat him down.
You beat them
enough
down
turns of
until,
enough turns of Toy Vendor will just eventually find what he needs. So
but it's more likely that Bokimane finds a way to pop off than 2200 is going to get there.
well, 22 is still a four-turn timer. So shit, says the Bokkiman.
This might not be
Uh,
the best feature.
it looks like he just bricked. I mean,
Like, I don't know if you even want to like summon anything to try to beat over the stuff.
ooh, normal summon honest. That's wow. I mean, he's gonna get over the owl and then I guess add it back to hand probably, but this is just yeah. Boki says it best here. That's how shit his hand is.
Honestly, I don't think you even want to attack the owl because then, oh my god,
Sonic has something in damage calc. Oh my god, he's dropletsing the
oh my god,
honest.
sending the
Just
bundle.
that's funny. Well, he really just wants to do it to get the toy vendor effect off, but you know, it is funny that it's being used as a battle trick here.
Honestly, I hate to victim blame, but this is kind of what happens when you run bad cards like Honest. You draw bad cards like Honest.
Mm, I think this is honestly, yeah, honestly, the particular card choice of running Honest in Drytron isn't actually that bad. It's just the Drytron Herald build isn't as good as people think it is. Just the build in general. Um, odds are his hand is a Drytron, the Herald that negates traps, and something he just can't resolve, like, I don't know, a Nekroz spell if he's on Nekroz here, or just some ritual spell. Like that's probably the contents of his hand.
You could even
I
have
don't
a
know if
dry
I'm.
one, which he can't tribute anything.
Yeah, exactly. I just think the Herald build is not actually that good. It makes me actually a little bit sad to see that we can see the ban list polls before they're out. It looks like both of the heralds are probably going to be banned, which it just feels like a very salty reaction because when herald is good, it's good, but you just have games like this, where the herald isn't helping. You'd rather have consistency pieces, maybe Necros. I've thought about the possibility actually of running both Drytron and Incantation. They clash, but I mean, you can just, it's still more searchers more often, you know?
Yeah.
So Ice Dragon's Prison to banish dog and the owl, I guess, because sure the fusion summon effect is decent, but Sonic still doesn't have an edge imp. I don't think he added sabers with the vendor.
Yeah. Honestly, if I was him, I
I mean,
would
like you would
ban it.
definitely want to banish the toy vendor, right? Or not the toy vendor, the Fluffle Dolphin.
Yeah. It's also level 4, and like level 4s are scary.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure if Sonic is on a rank 400 or not here. He hasn't shown it. He's used Unicorn instead, but it's a possibility because Edge Imp Chain kind of fuels that a little bit. It's a level 4 body that adds itself.
Yeah, the extra deck's really tight, especially because he probably has 3 or 4 Maximus targets.
Hmm. And I don't know if he's running the Neos Fusion engine, but some old builds definitely did.
Yeah.
Uh, One thing I'm really curious about in the TCG is when they're gonna start just running Fusion Destiny for Dystopia just as an additional disruption because it is so damn free. Like, okay, technically you're risking 2 bricks, right? But the best TCG decks right now are already running a bunch of bricks. Like, uh,
Oh my
you know,
god.
I
Shared
wouldn't
ride.
say I wouldn't say Bird Up's the best deck. I just but like Bird Up's got Barrier Statue and Apex Avian to brick into. Like it's not much different from anything else. Shared ride, oh my god. I mean, like
So
that is pretty insane. Just like to chain into the uh, Drytron Tribute Ben 10. Like you have to consider if you even want to use the Ben 10 effect. Like
oh my,
it's almost like a Maxi but worse. It's not worse. Worse for Drytron. It's better against them. And like I know Boki's desperate, but this is what lost him the last game. Playing into Max C, really.
I don't
He
think
didn't
that what lost
he didn't
him.
have that much of a choice, honestly.
It was probably right for him too. He was just Maxi is sometimes a good card,
Yeah, it was just
especially
kind
if
of
you don't have
forgone at that
backup.
point. But, here, Sonic has shown that he doesn't have an edge. He's
Oh,
got the Max C2, of course, but I think he's honestly just gonna Nova summon an attack and start beating down. Nova can summon an attack, by the way. But God, this is the part where we start getting some people rallying for Max C to be banned in Trinity. Like to some degree, it is just as good here in the right scenarios, but
oh, he
most of the
summoned it.
time it's Upstart Goblin.
It's a worse upstart goblin, especially in lists that need to be proactive. Just
Hmm.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's worse Upstart Goblin except when it isn't, and this is
Yeah.
one of those times when it isn't. Like
I usually only like side
Sonic's.
it if I know the person needs to special summon, like rituals, like they're kind of almost a combo deck. Or if I'm playing like a deck with Avarice, which you kind of need monsters engraved.
What's really insane to me here is Sonic just has like all the tech cards he needs in the main deck. Like he had Maxi in the main deck. We saw that last game. He has Called by the Grave in the main deck, which is just good in general. You should main deck Called by the Grave, but you know, it's a combination of Boki's bricking and Sonic is getting really lucky with his answers. But um, I still wouldn't chalk this matchup to luck. It's kind of how these decks interact.
Yeah.
Drytron, especially Boki's Herald build, it either gets Herald or kind of famines. And here's the pot of greed again. Like
Oh my god, he
it
had
is, it is kind of comedic at this point.
three times in a row.
This is why you should run Pot of Greed, people. Once you do, you'll see it every game, and there'll never be any issues. It's definitely not less consistent than running an extra copy of some play starter.
I mean, not even just a placeholder.
He
Like,
he just pitched polymerization to Apprentice Illusion Magician.
oh my god, he's running Souls. Wait, what? That actually doesn't make sense. He's running. He's already running Dogma. So why do you need to run Illusion for?
Oh yeah, you're on Maximus probably, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Fleur, but um, it doesn't need to be dark. I don't think. I think
It has to be a
um,
dark spellcaster.
does it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. If it has to be a dark spellcaster, then you still need Apprentice Illusion because all the dogma are light.
I'm like, what? And he didn't use Angel. I don't know what that turn was.
Um, maybe there's a chance he wants these in graveyard for some reason. He's got a lot of set stuff. It could be, uh, you know, I don't know what. He's got the crow too. I don't know what Fluffle would be running that would want to keep these in graveyard. Like you've got Fright for Fusion, but like that doesn't really change if you want to use Angel. Yeah, the thing about Pot of Greed, draw spells and draw in general, it gets better the more draw you're running. So we know that Sonic is on the Maxi, he's got the shared ride on the side, vendor draws. The more cards you're drawing, the more often you're going to see your draw cards. So the higher mass of them you have, the better Pot of Greed is. And that's the kind of deck where I would say it's really truly justified, where you've got just a ton of draw cards.
But it's not even like that good because you just have like Ice Dragon's Prison, and that basically says
Yeah.
draw cards because banishes and gets rid of a card,
Yeah, Ice
and
Dragons is still a +2, but
or
or
a heavy storm
+1.
or any of the broken code cards.
Twin Twisters, woohoo!
What? Oh, I guess he never drew into a thoughtful, or I mean, a Fright Fur.
Yeah, you just never found the edge imp, but it doesn't really matter when Bogies seems to have nothing. D barrier. um, D barrier is absolutely what you want to side into fusion decks, but just not when you don't have your engine. It's
Yeah.
not going to help when you don't have your engine. That's the thing. It's one of the things I kind of enjoy the most about Trinity, actually. You've got this really neat dynamic of, most of the time you just need your one card engine, and in the perfect hand, the rest of the four cards in your hand would just be interaction.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
you don't want to draw nothing but interaction because then you don't have your engine, and you don't want to draw nothing but your engine because then you have no interaction. It kind
I
of
would
justifies the
rather,
existence of traps.
I'd
But
rather just draw
that's the
5 traps.
match.
Yeah. That that was a
Um,
weird first round.
let's do let's see. I wonder if we can grab Sonic on the call here.
Okay. And then I know Sonic's an admin, but I'll report his game for him. Hi.
All right, we're adding him here. I don't know if he's actually going to join. He hasn't responded, but I've added him if he wants to.
Oh, it'd be awesome if we could get the legend.
Hi.
Hello
Yo.
there, Sonic. So that was quite the match. You really just absolutely crushed the Herald Drytron build there.
I
Um,
guess. You call that a
I
match.
mean, we were sort of chalking it up to luck because it looked like Boki pretty much bricked twice in a row. But
Mm-hmm.
also,
Okay, I
you
have
just like
one question.
you
Why
had
are
all
you
the right
running a
answers.
Tempest Illusion Magician?
Oh, well, Friends Solution is just something I feel like I have to add on principle.
Okay.
All right.
I guess if it's probably the principal.
Yeah.
It's always about the principle.
Mm-hmm. Especially
So,
in Fluffy game.
yeah, people are really seeing like Drytron as this meta crushing threat, but personally, I'm thinking, the truth of Drytron is just like this match here. The deck still bricks. You
Right.
still can't have rituals without the bricks, even with the best ritual engine ever printed.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Um,
being those ritual monsters.
the other thing we were noticing is you just really had every single answer. Like
Mm,
you drew
I
into the
pretty much
crow, the
had a god hand.
droplets. Yeah. Um,
Actually, in the game one, the Candina actually, not the Candina, the reincarnation got me into the Scythe. So it
yeah.
actually helped me out.
We were actually commenting on that before. Like reincarnation is cool here. You're getting rid of his poly and his edge imp. But what if he just draws into better stuff? This deck absolutely loves drawing because, you're already on a critical mass of it. You've got the vendor, you've got the pot of greed. The more you
Right.
draw, the better things tend to be.
Mm-hmm. It's like a snowball, just going
Mhm.
more and more downhill for my opponent if I can get anything going.
So,
Yeah. That was a game.
Damn, I didn't have any actual interview questions prepared.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite Fluffle artwork?
Uh,
You got to give us this answer.
Fluffle, I say penguin. It looks like he just wants to give you a
That's a
hug.
good answer. It's a good answer.
Mhm.
Everybody loves penguins, and he's got those earmuffs and the bow tie. It's just little wing bow tie.
Mhm. My favorite air jump is like sabers, just wow,
Slicey.
slice. And my favorite fighter is Kraken. Like I'm a champion. I'm a slicer.
You didn't play that one. This I can't pull up the. I've been hovering over the artworks for the cards you've been mentioning here. You didn't play that one in this last round. There it is. There's the Kraken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's.
it was a nice game and all.
hmm I'm really excited to see how you do for the rest of this event.
Me
Got
too.
my deck's kind of trash. I gotta rest the jank hopes on you.
Hey, I just put some cards in my Fluffle deck, and I barely saw any of them. Barely.
60 cards
So,
the best. You never know what you're gonna get.
Love 60 cards.
Yeah, it's my
So
go-to.
yeah, I mean, best of luck to you in the rest of the rounds. But best of luck to Boki
Mhm.
too. Seems like they might need a little more, but
Right. I'm gonna need it as well with my luck.
yeah.
Well, have fun.
Good night, everybody. I guess
Good night.
Night.
it's nearly 1 a.m. where I am, so we're gonna end the stream here.
EST
Well,
is best.
I'm on PSD, so woo.
Everybody run Pot of Greed.